Tucker Carlson. How long has it been now since he's been gone? Like a week?
Yeah. Well, let's see. It was a week ago Monday,
Okay, so
I
it's been longer than
believe.
that then. It's been like a week and a half. Okay. Um, kind of forgot about it. You used to watch Tucker at night. Have you
Yeah.
watched Fox News since?
I haven't forgotten about it. No, I
No,
have not.
no.
I haven't.
Apparently, nobody's watching Fox News. They are in some serious ratings trouble right now. He had the 8 o'clock spot, prime
Yeah.
time, and boy, it is a disaster over
Oh,
there at Fox News right now. They are suffering. They're suffering. You know what? They still got articles over there about Bud Light and everything like that, how they're struggling. Yeah, Fox News is struggling right now. Look at this. Fox News ratings drop after Tucker Carlson departure. That's not really a surprise. What's staggering is how much they have declined.
they're
Look at it.
getting drugged by MSNBC now. Actually,
Yeah, and
I saw.
MSNBC, their ratings suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think people just in general have turned off the corporate media. The corporate media has definitely been an enemy of the people. And when they got rid of Tucker, a lot of people said, man, I'm out of here. When Don Lemon got fired the same day, guess what? Nobody's talking about Don Lemon anymore.
Nobody gives a rat's ass
Nobody
about
cared.
Don Lemon.
Nobody cared about Don Lemon.
Oh,
Everybody knew he
hilarious.
was on thin ice. Everybody knew he was going to get fired. People talked about Don for like what, one day? That was it. People still talking about Tucker today.
Honestly, I mean, we barely talked about Don Lemon getting
Where we
fired.
really, I think we on that first stream that day, I believe that's the only time we made a video on Don Lemon.
And honestly, I would have drug his ass for like 3 days had Tucker not been let go.
Yeah,
I would have destroyed Don
yeah,
Lemon for like 3 days. But this is just it's much more impactful and the repercussions are much, much
yeah.
higher involving
Think
Tucker.
of this before we actually read this article here. Tucker's gone. Tucker has been offered $100 million contract by Pat Bet David's company, Valuetainment, Newsmax, OAN, News Nation, all want to offer Tucker a job. Who has actually reached out to on Don Lemon? Nobody. Nobody publicly, anyway, has reached out to Don Lemon. I can't think of one. Can you?
No, I mean I've heard nothing about Don Lemon
No.
at all. I mean, my God, we got Patrick Bet David offering Tucker $100 million in a president position with
Yeah.
Valuetainment to
It's
come into his company.
Yeah, it
you
sounds
know?
like Tucker would be only second to Pat himself based on what he put out there.
How
People
much
care
would you
about
like to
Tucker.
see that happen?
In a way, I would
Actually,
because I like Pat's show. I
I
like
love it. Yeah,
Valuetainment.
I
I
love it.
watch
Yeah,
Jedediah's show, and Valuetainment has a lot of different channels too. They have their short clips. They have Valuetainment. They have a money show. They probably got like 4 channels or so, and
he does.
Jedediah has his own show.
He does lifestyle stuff. He does,
Yeah,
and you know, people don't realize. You watch his intro to his pod. I mean, he's got Kobe Bryant and Mike Tyson in his intro.
yep,
You know, where he has sat down with them. And I actually got turned on to him from Michael Francis. I'm sure
yeah.
you've watched him
I was
on there.
already watching Pat before you, because I
Yeah,
remember when you had told
yeah,
me you found out about it. I was like, man, I've been watching Valuetainment for a while.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I had no idea. I found him through the mafia talk. You know.
okay, yeah, yeah. But anyway, it says here Fox ratings, they're bad. Ratings for Fox News have dropped considerably in the wake of popular anchor Tucker Carlson departing from the network. During its 8 p.m. hour, the network has dropped from a 3 million viewer average to a 1.65 million viewer range average since the departure of Tucker. The hour was previously filled by Fox and Friends host Brian Kilmeade which will then be filled by Fox News personality Lawrence Jones. And I believe Lawrence Jones is the person that they're actually going to stick in that spot. Rose, they have lost. That's like half right there, just about half, because
You
they
know
let
what? So,
Tucker go.
and I'm gonna say this. I feel bad for Lawrence Jones because he deserves better. I like
Yeah,
Lawrence
yeah.
Jones.
I watched some of Lawrence Jones. Man, he's getting thrown to the wolves here.
He's screwed. He might as well go somewhere else. Go out on his own.
Yeah. And on a side note here, I saw Geraldo tweet out, and I don't know what's wrong with Geraldo. He's actually been removed from the five for today and tomorrow. He doesn't even know why. I'm speculating. Is Geraldo about to get fired? They pulled him off of the five for today and tomorrow, and he doesn't know why.
He might as well go to CNN. That'd be
I
more
mean,
his speed
yeah,
anyway.
he definitely should actually be over there. I don't know why. Actually, he was actually trending for a little bit, I guess, after he had actually put out that tweet. Geraldo definitely, man, Geraldo sucks, and I believe he actually came down on Tucker as well. But look here, check this out. Since firing Tucker, Fox News channel ratings in the all important 25 to 54 demo have fallen off a cliff. Yeah, it looks like right. I believe he's saying right here that they're down 75%. Is that what he's saying right there? I think
That's Tucker's slot right
yeah,
there.
right
that
there, right
that
there.
8 p.m. Eastern was Tucker's slot. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, not good, man.
Woo,
Not good
I bet Hannity is having a fit right now. Oh, sorry, Sean, but it is what it is, dude. Boy, this was a horrible move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just absolutely terrible. But still, I believe Rumble may want to do something with Tucker. I hope so. We still don't know what is the future of Tucker because he's still getting paid by Fox. I mean, I've even heard rumors. I believe that Jedediah had actually mentioned this on Pat David's podcast that we don't know if he's actually gotten fired. He could just be sidelined, and they can just keep him on the sidelines till his contract runs out and keep paying him because I believe his contract actually goes through the next presidential election. So if they really want to silence Tucker, they could really just sideline him, keep paying him until after 2024. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They could keep him off of actual television, but it's my understanding they cannot keep him off of anything that's electronic. So they can't keep
Right.
him off of Rumble. They can't keep him off of YouTube. They can't keep him off of Facebook. They can't keep him away from podcast. None of that. Now, Patrick Bet David offered him a podcast, a daily show, all kinds of things in that offer to him. But where this is like, and we've already seen it. We've already seen this, but with Tucker, now it's shining even a bigger like bat signal on the fact that you're about to see the rise of independent journalism.
Yeah.
That's starting to rise. Citizen journalism is getting
You're already
more and more
seeing that.
important.
I mean,
yeah,
we're doing it, but even if you take, like at Fox employees, Megyn Kelly has a show out there. Dan Bongino has one of the biggest shows out there. I mean, you already seeing independent journalism out there. Tim Pool has his own company as well. Tim Pool's he's big time YouTuber. But he has his own website. He has his own company. And this you're saying corporate media is dying. And I believe that is a beautiful thing right there.
Well, we know why that is. It's one word: trust.
Yeah. They're not trustworthy.
fractured, gone. Nobody has any faith in media whatsoever now, mainstream news. There was a time, and I've said this before, and I can't bring, well, I guess I can. If there was things involving an election out there, then you would have depended on, in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, corporate journalism would have been what blew the lid off of that stuff. Now, right. They don't want to even look in the direction. They don't want to do investigative journalism anymore without a political agenda backing it.
Yeah, they want to push propaganda.
Exactly.
Like this is the problem here with corporate media. When Ron DeSantis was actually going out there fighting against, and he still is, by the way, fighting against the woke agenda in an African Americans history course, the mainstream media was running with the headline that Ron DeSantis is banning the teaching of Black history, and that was a complete lie,
a blatant lie.
This is why the trust in the media is so low, because they have a political agenda attached to all this, and they're just not being honest. Absolutely. That's why I like independent journalism out there. People on the ground getting the real news. We don't have those kind of resources, but we do the best that we can.
We don't want political ideologies in our reporting.
No.
And that's been Elon Musk's whole point on Twitter. I mean, did you see he's basically just ripped the NPR's Twitter away from them over propagandist bullshit that they've just been out there spreading? I mean, at this point, Elon's right. It's like they're just a manufacturer of lies. So why continue to let you do that? He's threatening to give their Twitter page to somebody else at this point. No shit. All their followers, all of it. Just give it to somebody else now. And it's dangerous. It's why we're seeing so much turmoil in this country like it is. It's because of the way the media has set all this up, and it's the agenda they're running and the lies that they're pushing, right?
Right.
We even something like I noticed The View talking about Antifa, and Joey Behart got on there and just blatantly lied a couple of days ago about what Antifa was.
Yeah,
big deal. They're not organized.
They're not organized. Yeah, they are. They were down there in Atlanta. They firebombed Cop City, and guess what? They were organized because a lot of those people weren't even from Atlanta.
They weren't.
They came together. They are structured.
Absolutely.
They are absolutely structured.
And that's dangerous.
Yes.
That's dangerous to have anybody go out there and say, well, Antifa's not organized. They're not an organized movement. Really? Because they can send out a bat signal and have everybody come together and cause chaos.
Yeah. What verdict was coming down where you actually
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. The U-Haul.
Yep, Breonna Taylor.
And they had all of their stuff in it. They were organized.
They had a U-Haul hauled in. They flipped the lid on it and went in there and got all their shields and weaponry out and their homemade explosives and all that. Got it out of a U-Haul. And there was people lined up in black waiting to get the shit out of this U-Haul. How organized is that exactly? Yeah. That's pretty organized.
Antifa is the most violent group out there in this country. But your dishonest government is saying white supremacy is the biggest threat. Like, Rhodes, I haven't heard really anything about any white supremacist attacks out there. I've seen a whole bunch of far leftist Antifa stuff going on all the time. We covered it.
Oh yeah, extensively.
Yeah.
In Portland, they just burnt Portland down.
Yeah, they did. They did. But anyway, Fox News made a huge mistake, man. Tucker was a trusted voice of the people, and Fox News just turned into corporate media again. You know, I haven't even pulled up a Fox News article to even share to get information.
I know it. I mean, can you imagine? It's got to be across all platforms they've taken a hit. No doubt about it.
Yeah. And they still have, the same articles out there. They still have the Bud Light stuff out there.
Yeah.
I'm not using it. There's other sources out there. Post Millennial, Breitbart, Daily Caller.
Yeah.
They're out there. Going to try to use them. So.